BestBookBits.com presents The Barefoot Investor for Families by Scott Pape. The eagerly anticipated follow-up, The Barefoot Investor for Families, is aimed fairly and squarely at parents, grandparents, and basically anyone who read that book and said, why the hell wasn't I taught this years ago? Scott lays out 10 money milestones kids need to have nailed before they leave home, and it's all structured around one family money meal each week, so roughly 20 minutes. If you follow the roadmap with tailor-made lessons for each age group, your kids will know how to do things like learn the life-changing value of hard work, set up a fee-free bank account or jam jars, go on a treasure hunt around the house and sell some of their stuff secondhand, save your parents $100 on household bills. The written and audio summary can be found on our website, bestbookbits.com. So without further ado, I bring you the book summary of The Barefoot Investor for Families. If I only knew then what I know now. Part 1, First Steps. The first part is about the fundamentals, getting your kids to take their first financial steps. 3 jam jars to put their pocket money in. 3 jobs so they can earn that pocket money. 3 minutes a week where you lock in life-changing money lessons with a simple weekly ritual over dinner. Part 2, The Barefoot 10. The second part of the book will arm your kids with the life-changing money skills that most people don't learn till they're in their 40s, if ever. The Barefoot 10. Before your child leaves home, they should, number 1, open a zero-fee, high-interest savings account. Number 2, brought and sold something secondhand. 3, learn to cook at least 2 low-cost, delicious, nutritious meals from scratch. Number 4, volunteered in their local community. Number 5, save you at least $100 on your household bills. And number 6, promise to never ever get a credit card. Number 7, got a part-time job from the age of 15. 8, earned at least 1 glowing reference from a boss. And 9, open up an ultra-low, high-growth super fund. And 10, set up a savings account for a home deposit. Part 3, off and running. By the time you get to this part, you'll already scored the big wins that will ensure your kids never have to worry about money. Part 1, First Steps. Give, smile, splurge. Believe it or not, paying pocket money is one of the most powerful tools you'll have to teach your kids about money. Paying pocket money is one of the most powerful tools you'll have to teach your kids about money. Getting them to do a few chores and paying them a few bucks is only the first step. The main money lesson comes in what they do with their pocket money. The spending, the saving, and the giving. That's where the life-changing lessons really happen. You want to take that pocket money and use it to teach your kids things like goal setting, delayed gratification, kindness, and empathy. 3 jars, 3 jobs, done and dusted in 3 minutes a week. 3 jam jars. Jam jars are the new buckets. Looking at the image from the previous book, The Barefoot Investor, we have the grow bucket, which 9.5% of your wage goes into in an ultra-low fee super fund. Then we have 100% of your income, which goes into the blow bucket, spread through 60% of daily expenses, then made up of 10% splurge, 10% smile, and 20% fire extinguisher for debts. And then you have your mojo account in another institution. The Splurge Jar. This jar is for your kids' day-to-day spending. The truth is that sometimes pocket money works a little too well. Kids can get addicted to watching their coins pile up in jars that they don't want to spend it. You don't want your kids to grow up with an unhealthy obsession with money. This jar will help turn your kids into well-adjusted, savvy spenders. The Smile Jar. The Smile Jar is for saving up for things that makes your kids smile. The golden rule of wealth is to spend less than you earn. The golden rule of wealth is to spend less than you earn. Lack of self-control in childhood was the number 1 predictor of financial problems, more than social class or even IQ. Here's the deal. The art of saving is as much as a financial technique as it is a character trait. When you ingrain the act of regular, systematic saving, you're not only creating money muscle memory, you're giving your kid a way of looking at the world that will keep them safe long after you're gone. The Give Jar. This jar is what I refer to as the Brat Buster. We're going to go deep with this in part 2. Not only do studies repeatedly show that we get more pleasure from spending money on other people than ourselves, it has even been shown to change the mindset of bratty, self-centered teenagers. Looking at the image, we have the 3 jars: splurge, smile, and give. The day-to-day spending, such as movies, go into Splurge, saving goals like a super soaker go into Smile, and helping people out like the food bank goes into Give. For spending at the shops, you'll see at Splurge, and then the rule is every jar gets some money every pay. 3 jobs. The lesson we want to teach our kids can be summed up in 4 words. Money comes from working. Money comes from working. Keep it simple, real simple. Kids have 3 jobs to do each week, and they only get paid if they do them. It's up to you what jobs you want your kids to do and the payment for each. Here are some examples for how it might play out in your household. Little kids up to age 7. Number 1, clean your room on a Sunday so you can start the week afresh. Number 2, put the recycling out. 3, help put the groceries away. Tweens and young teens, age 8 to 14. Number 1, clean out the car once a week. Number 2, put the bins out each week and bring them back in. Number 3, do basic yard work, sweeping and feeding pets. Older teens, age 15 and over, get a haircut and a part-time job. Tailor these jobs to your kids, your family, and your situation. Lock in the link between working, earning, giving, saving, and splurging in your kids' minds in just 3 minutes a week. Looking at the image, again, up to age 7, clean room, recycle, groceries. Aged 8 to 14, cars, bins, yard. 15 plus, get a haircut and get a real job. 3 minutes. First minute, check your kid has done their 3 weekly jobs. Second minute, pay them. Count out their coins like a croupier, straight in their hand. Third minute, watch them divvy it up in the 3 jars. The only rule, every jar must get something. In just 3 minutes, you've reinforced the link between working and earning in your kid's mind. The Barefoot Scoreboard. Stick it on the fridge and tell your kids to get paid. Your jobs must be done and crossed off on the scoreboard. The Barefoot Scoreboard, my 3 jobs are week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, job 1, job 2, job 3. I'm saving 4, I'm good with money, and signed. How much should I pay? A good rule of toe is to pay $1 per week per year of age. $1 per week per year of age. So if a 7-year-old would get $7 a week. It's simply a visual aid for teaching values, and they get a pay rise each birthday. If you don't work, you don't get paid. The 3-minute lesson. Check on time. Number 1, check the scoreboard. 2, divvy out the money. And 3, put them in the jars. The Barefoot Money Meal. Number 1 habit for raising successful kids, regular family dinners. Regular family dinners. A comprehensive 16-year-long study by the Michigan State University found that the simple act of having regular family dinners was the single biggest predictor of academic achievement. More than that, the study found that a shared family mealtime was more influential than studying, attending religious services, or playing sports. Remember the motto of this book. As parents, it's okay if we get most things wrong, as long as we get a few big things right. The Barefoot Money Meal brings together the best of everything we've discussed so far. It opens your kids to the benefit of sitting down to a regular meal together, better academic performance, higher self-confidence, and improved resilience. It follows the time-tested principles of the Japanese honorable mealtime to instill a lifelong work ethic in your kids. It serves as an anchor for your new 3 jam jars, 3 jobs, 3 minutes, pocket money system to supply the missing link between hard work, earning, and giving, saving, spending. The 3 rules of Money Meal. Number 1, everyone pitches in. Number 2, it's payday. Number 3, make it your new family tradition. To build the habit, choose the same night each week like a Sunday night. Number 1, open a zero-fee, high-interest savings account. Set up an online saver account where you can store their birthday money from grandparents and the like, and perhaps bank some pocket money saving when they fill their jars. Open another online saver that's linked to your existing bank account. ING Orange Everyday account with a linked Savings Maximizer account. Bank accounts for teens. This serviette strategy is one of the simplest ways to manage your money. Divide our income into 3 buckets. A blow bucket for daily expenses, the occasional splurge, and some extra cash to fight financial fires. A mojo bucket to provide some safety money, and a grow bucket to build long-term wealth and total security, e.g. investments and super. Looking at the image, you've got the grow bucket, which is the super bucket. The blow bucket, which is the income, goes through the 60% daily expenses, 10% splurge, 10% smile, and 20% fire extinguisher, with the other institution having the mojo bucket, which is super and investments. The teen Soviet strategy, a little bit different. We have the income, which is 100% of your take-home pay, which goes into your splurge, your everyday transactional account. Then a little bit goes into your smile, which is your online savings account with high interest for things like cars, schoolies, and holidays. Then you still have the other institution with your mojo. The smile account. This is another high interest online savings account linked to your everyday splurge account. The mojo account. This is a high interest online savings account, preferably opened with another bank so they don't see it in their regular day-to-day banking app. A mojo account is your financial get-out-of-jail-free card. When you have savings set aside, you'll never be financially vulnerable. You call the shots. The best bank account for your teen. Right now, the best bank account for your teens is the ING Orange Everyday Youth account. You have to be at least 15 years old to apply. Number 2, bought and sold something secondhand. In this chapter, we're going to tackle one of the biggest parental pain points, pester power. The definition of pester power, according to Wikipedia, is the tendency of children who are bombarded with marketing messages to unrelenting request advertised items. Another way to break the conditioning is to play a game I call Frogglebox. Think of it like Gogglebox, the TV show about people watching TV shows, but for ads. It works like this. You watch TV with your kids, but turn the sound down when the ads come on. As they're watching the ad in silence, ask them 3 questions. Number 1, what is this ad flogging? Number 2, what are the tricks the ad is using to flog it? And number 3, do you really need it, or is it just something you might want? The family treasure hunt. Encourage your kids to choose an item they no longer use. Step 1, figure out how much it costs brand new. Step 2, sell it. Step 3, they get to buy something secondhand. Number 3, learn to cook at least 2 low-cost, delicious, nutritious meals from scratch. Number 4, volunteered in their local community. Breaking the Brat. Before your child leaves home, they should have volunteered in their local community. Happiness doesn't come from stuff, it comes from helping other people. Breaking the Brat at any age. Kids, the pantry giveaway. The easiest way to introduce little kids to the power of helping people is to go to your pantry and see what you can give away, or grow your own veggies and donate them. Simply Google your local food bank. Kids and tweens, the shopping spree. Encourage your kids to bring along some money from their gift jar so they can buy food with their own money, and then on the way home, you can drop it off. Tweens and teens, volunteer in their local community. The science shows that the simple habit of maintaining a gift jar used to fund a deliberate act of kindness has a powerful, lasting, and brat-breaking effect. Kindness is addictive. Kindness is addictive, and it can grow into a lifelong habit that will keep your kids centered and happy. Number 5, saved you at least $100 on your household bills. For your teen to save you at least $100 on your household bills by negotiating a better deal. When it comes to electricity research, direct your teen to the government website energymadeeasy.gov.au for Australians. And number 6, promise to never, ever get a credit card. The aim of credit card providers is to turn your money into theirs, Credit is borrowing money to buy things, and the interest you pay makes everything you buy more expensive. The biggest purchase you make on your credit card is interest. Make no dog bones about it, the game is designed that way. Credit cards are compound interest, but in reverse. They're designed to blow out and grow bigger and bigger, even if you stop spending. In our family, we earn interest, not pay it. Number 7, got a part-time job from age 15. Any kid who finished high school without having done at least some form of paid employment, even if it's over the summer holidays, hasn't had a well-rounded education. The 3-step guide to getting a job with no experience. Step 1, the taxi rank. The first step is for you, the parent. It's called the taxi rank because you are the taxi and you get to rank, shortlist the workplaces you're prepared to drive your teen to and from. Step 2, the Zero to Hero resume. 5 questions every employer will ask you. Number 1, why do you want to work for us? Number 2, when can you work? Number 3, why should I employ you? Number 4, are you going to work hard? And 5, who can vouch for you? Step 3, the open book interview. What the interviewer really wants to see is that your kid is a decent person who will fit in with the team, and they want to work this out as quickly as possible so they can get back to their real work. Number 8, earned at least one glowing reference from a boss. The average workplace is really just another version of their high school classroom. There are people slacking off, gossiping, shrieking responsibility, bitching about the boss, the teacher, and blaming everyone except themselves. The truth is that how you do any job is how you do every job. 3 things to do on the job. Number 1, be on time. Number 2, roll up your sleeves and get the job done, even when the boss isn't around. Number 3, say please and thank you and smile while you do it. Number 9, open up an ultra-low cost, high-growth super fund. You should be investing every last dollar of your super 100% into the greatest wealth-building machine ever created, the share market. How to earn $453,329 in 15 minutes. Step number 1, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Call your HR department and find out if you are allowed to choose your own super fund. Step number 2, your 15 minutes of fame and fortune. If you can't switch super funds, pull out your phone and call your super fund and ask to be invested in their high growth investment option 100% in shares, no 25% safety net like Warren. If you can switch super funds, why would you bother switching super funds? The finance industry skims off $31 billion each year from our super funds, $31 billion, which means that many boats, mansions, planes, and overseas junkets have been financed by compulsory superannuation from your super. These financial leeches are happy to get their hands on your money because they know the average kid doesn't get a guacamole about super fees, and over decades that will rob you of hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's pretty simple really. The more fees the fund managers take, the less you make. Invest your money 100% in shares. Invest in index funds that automatically buys all the companies that make up a share market index and track the market. I recommend split it half and half between Aussie shares and international shares. 50% in 200 of the largest businesses in Australia, like banks, BHP, Sydney Airport, Telstra, Woolies, and CSL. 50% in 1,582 of the world's largest businesses like Apple, Facebook, Amazon, Nike, and Nestle. Cheapest super share fund in Australia, Host Plus, Sun Super, First State Super, Media Super. Step number 3, forget about it. And last, number 10, set up a savings account for a home deposit. Give them enough money so that they would feel that they could do anything, but not so much that they could do nothing. Warren Buffett. Working out what your passions are that would make you tap dance to work each day. Warren Buffett. Teach your kids about the power of having a strong work ethic, of building something you're passionate about over a lifetime, and of letting that be its own reward. Your teen's home deposit savings account. Looking at the image, again, we have the splurge that goes in 100% of our take-home pay, goes into small like cars, schools, and holidays, but also we have a house deposit, which is a high-interest online savings account. How should I invest? If you're investing for the longer than 10 years, you should be invested in the share market. However, if your time frame is shorter than that, sign up to an online savings account and set up a regular monthly savings plan. The biggest predictor of your kids' happiness and success in life is how much time you spend with them, not the school they go to. Yet the irony is, parents often work extra jobs just to pay the fees. And that's a wrap on the Barefoot Investor for Families. Subscribe to the channel and take a look at the hundreds of book summaries uploaded previously. To find hundreds of written summaries, check out our website, bestbookbits.com. And for hundreds of audio summaries, find us on mixcloud.com/bestbookbits. If you want to help and be a contributor, get involved in the channel by reading a book, writing a summary, and emailing us at info@bestbookbits.com to have it featured. Thanks for watching and listening, and if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram. Take care.